Hi boys and girls, I'm here to help you with your math. It is Unit 4, Lesson 15 we are on, and it has a lot to do with practicing adding and subtracting our numbers. And we've done that in school, and I've also taught you a couple different ways to help you if you have trouble. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the directions to see what it's telling us to do. So it says add the numbers. And if we take a look at our little sign here, I bet you can tell me what that is. And that's a plus sign, which means we're adding. So remember, we go like this to add or put together our numbers. So for the first one, I have 5 plus 5 more. So if I take my 5 fingers, and I know I don't have to count them because my one hand is a 5 group, plus my other 5, let's count how many we have together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one way is by using my fingers. Do you remember any other ways that can help us add? Drawing a picture, good. So here I'm going to look at what my number sentence or my equation says. It says 3 plus 4 equals. If I can't figure that out, I'm going to draw a picture to help me. So I'm going to draw 3, 2, 3, plus 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm going to count how many are all together because I need to figure out what it equals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to write a 7. Good. And now remember the other thing we had, another way to help us is by using objects we have. So whether it's cereal, candy, puzzle pieces, anything that you can hold in your hands. Now I'm just going to take something that I have next to me, which is pieces of paper. So I'm going to do this problem right at the bottom. I'm going to do 3 plus 3 equals, and I'm going to take my papers. 1, 2, 3 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you're probably going to use something smaller, but this is just what I had next to me. Now I'm going to count how many all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to use the different ways that I learned to help me add. Now you may not need to use one of these methods. You may choose to do it in your head. You may choose to use your fingers, draw a picture, whichever way works for you. Okay, so that's going to be the top part of our worksheet. And then if I go down a little bit, we're going to see what the next part tells us to do. Now, I always want to remember to read the directions first. So it says connect the dots in order. Now, this is an important word, in order. Do you think that I can start at 13 and go to 4? No, in order means starting at 1 and following how we count. So I need to find the number 1, which is right here. What's going to come next? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're going to keep going to finish the picture. And remember to do it in order. All right, and let's turn to the back of our page. So the back of our page is more practice on adding and subtracting. Now I'm not going to go over adding again since that's exactly what we did in the front. But I just want you to remember to read the directions or to have mom and dad help you or even look at the sign to figure out what operation, which is adding or subtracting, you're doing. So this says add the numbers. 4 plus 1 equals. And I'm going to use my finger. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 more is 5. Now I know that sometimes in school we take a crayon and we circle the sign. If you need to circle the sign to help you, you may. You don't have to, but if that's a way it's going to help you, you may. So the front is adding and the top of the back is adding. And we sometimes also draw a line here so that we don't get confused. So we know that all of these problems are going to be adding. Now, I'm going to go down and something's going to change. Can you take a look and tell me what's changed down here at the bottom? Good, we are subtracting the numbers. So if I take a look, I have my minus sign. Now remember, when we subtract, we take it away. So I'm going to start with my first number, which is 5. Let's count out 5. I know that my one hand is a 5 group. I'm going to take away or subtract the 4. So I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how many are left? That's our important word in subtraction. Who can tell me how many are left? Just one little pinky left. Good. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Now remember, we can also use a picture for subtraction. So let's try this one. 4 minus 2 equals. I'm going to draw 4. Now, if I'm minusing the 2 or taking them away, I'm not going to draw 2 more. I'm going to put an X over 2 of them. So 1, 2. How many are left? Good, 2. Now let's try this one. And this I'm going to use my objects. Remember, I'm using papers, but hopefully you have something smaller at home. So I'm going to pick up 2 papers. And I'm going to take away how many papers? 2. 1, 2. How many are left? 0. I have 0 papers in my hand. So you're going to practice your adding at the top and your subtracting at the bottom. Okay? And then if we go down to the bottom, remember the check your understanding is the challenge that you can try, but you don't have to. It says add the numbers. So 3 plus 5 equals, I think you can do that. 6 plus 4 equals, and 6 plus 3 equals. Keep practicing the adding and subtracting, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.